The last roundup, last roundup, last roundup.
Welcome to the Last Roundup Horror Show. I am Frank. With me, as always, is the whole crew. We got Jason Miller.
Yep.
John Walmsley.
Beer.
And Rob
What's up,
Avery.
guys?
Dun, 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 dun.
And we are going to talk about some fantastic movies, all varieties, all shapes and sizes. We're going to start out in 1988 with Troma's War. This is definitely flavored with trauma energy. A group of assorted Americans survive a plane crash in a Caribbean island and discover it is infested with crawling snakes and other venomous beasts. Even worse, terrorists are preparing a full-out war on America with biological weapons. Directed by Michael Hers and Lloyd Kaufman. Written by Lloyd Kaufman, Mitchell Dana, Eric Hatler, Tom Martinek, and Rick Washburn. Jason, do you have details on this?
I do. Tagline: There's nothing like a good war to make heroes of us all. Distributed by Troma, and this actually has a Blu-ray release through Troma in 2015.
There you go. Go out and get it. It's also on YouTube for free if you want to check it out. It's on Shudder.
I think I watched it. Yeah, that's where I watched it. Shudder. Yeah. Okay.
I watched it about halfway through on YouTube and then realized it was on there and finished it up on there. Just like every Troma movie, you have to accept that you are watching schlock, and if you can dive into it, most of the time you can have a good time. They even start shit off kind of wonky with this one because there's a plane crash where part of it is shot during the day, and then there's people that are on fire that's shot during the night. You just got to kind of let it go. It's a Troma movie. I did notice that Pericles Loons was credited for the special effects on this movie. Anybody who is a Troma fan should know this dude, I feel, because he was involved with it. He was involved with everything from Toxic Avenger 2 and 3, Sergeant Kabuki Man. He did 11 episodes of Monsters, the TV series.
The classic.
Okay.
But my personally, I think his most triumphant work was doing not only doing the special effects, but directing and starring in Redneck Zombies. He plays
one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, me too.
Every other episode, we're talking about Redneck Zombies.
Well, it's
right.
part of who I am.
The only movie Frank's ever watched.
No, it's the only one that I really love. It's the only one that's in my heart.
It's the only movie he never had to Wikipedia. He watched this one all the way
I almost
through.
fucking Wikipedia the movie we watched on this.
It took him 4 times, but he got through it.
But anyways, he plays Ellie Mae on Redneck Zombies, which he's like the main character in that movie. But nowadays, the dude's a baker. He has a fancy bakery called Ingrano in Maryland. I tried to message him. I wanted to interview him.
He made the right.
That would've been cool.
He went down the right path.
Yeah. This movie was the catalyst for Troma, like basically backing away from Hollywood. Like the MPAA fucked this movie all to shit for him, like cut everything out, including like the Siamese twin monster thing and people on fire, everything. So they're like, fuck this shit. We're gonna just start putting our own shit out on VHS, the Troma way. I think one of my favorite characters are the punk rock band. I love how shitty the dude is. It's just absolutely hilarious that they were traveling by plane to go play 3 nights at a Holiday Inn. I don't know. There's so much Troma flavor on this shit. You even see like a lot of people that you've seen in other Troma movies. There's this fat dude with glasses. I can't remember his real name, but the director, Michael Hers, that's always attached. He's always on the title card with Lloyd Kaufman. They have that dude play him. Like there was for years I thought that dude was Michael Hers, because they would have him play him as a character, because the dude never wanted to be on camera for any reason. So fucked up. Oh god, I got a lot of notes. The character Parker, fun fact about him, he was one of the strongest actors in the movie. He's like the lead kind of badass guy. He studied acting, so he has the most credentials, but he also opened a business called Weapons Specialist Ltd. They like give productions theatrical weapons, and he's been the weapons coordinator on everything from Year of the Dragon to The Godfather Part 3, Above the Rim, Die Hard with a Vengeance, Donnie Brasco, all kinds of fucking movies. Like, it's just weird that this dude is I don't know, whatever. There's nothing better than an over-the-top trauma villain, and there are a lot of them in this, whether it's the two-headed dude or the pig-nosed guy. I don't know. I like all the villains. Why do you suppose the one guy, the British guy, or was he Australian? I don't know. Why do you think he was carrying? Why do you think he was carrying that blow dart gun around with cyanide laced darts? What do you suppose?
He's probably like James Bond type person.
That's what I thought they were going
case,
for.
Baby.
Yeah.
I laughed out loud. There's a point where they get some weapons, and that the main guy, that guy I was discussing, the weapons expert or whatever, he says, it's not a gun, it's a submachine gun. And I think that if somebody said that to me, I would have to stop myself from just straight up punching that man in the breadbasket, because that is some bullshit, dude. But I thought there was some good effects work on this. The mutated twins look like they could have come out of a Basket Case movie or Society, maybe. One small detail that I noticed in this is that Parker is wearing a necklace of ears. Did you guys see that? Like,
yeah,
I never noticed it before, and they even show him cutting them off. Everybody was just cool with this. All these just regular citizens are cool with this.
it was war, man.
But yeah,
it was trauma. I mean, they did that. They did that in Dolph Lundgren did that in Universal Soldier. He did that kind of shit. Then in the Dead Presidents, they did the ears. It was kind of a thing.
But most of these people are just.
Shit.
But those are
in like
there's somewhere.
There's like badasses in the population of other badasses. This is like a weirdo in amidst a bunch of citizens. There's a mom. There's an old lady. I mean, there's
old lady was badass.
Yeah,
yeah,
I did like her kick when she was doing like karate shit, and the montage, the training montage, that was fun. And I'll tell you what, there's some good comedy in this too. I thought whenever the girl gets bit in the thigh by the boa constrictor, and the guy and the guy sucks the poison out of her. I mean, I just like that. I think there's a lot of charm to this for me. Bad acting, really bad accents. It's cheesy 80s trauma shit. It's what you come to Traumaville for, I feel. You know, and it's a varied assortment of people. Like, there's a blind lady, there's fat guys, there's punks, there's a baby. I mean, there's all kinds of shit. But the end of the movie is just nuts. And I think that Parker's death was fantastic. They drew the whole thing out. It was cheesy. I mean, this is one of my favorite trauma movies, so I got to give it a 10. I know you guys are going to feel differently about it, but that's where I sit.
All right, Jason, go for it.
Oh,
drop the bomb.
Hey, I'm gonna kind of do it in reverse, I guess, because I'm sitting here looking at this and I have a 3 written down, but I'm trying to figure out why I even gave it a 3.
Fun?
Like, there's nothing I enjoyed about this movie.
Oh, really?
And I've seen it before. Like, I didn't realize it until I saw that band. But when they showed that dude, I was like, "Yeah, I've seen this." So then I started remembering stuff. I can see why I've completely forgotten about this movie. But this just ain't my thing. Like, trauma is is a really big reach for me. Like I like a few trauma movies, maybe not even a few, maybe just a couple. So this ain't my thing to begin with. So it may be cool for trauma fans, like you've already said. But the storyline is just awful. It sucks to me.
It's Lost. It's the TV show Lost.
I think it's what inspired the show.
It couldn't keep my attention at all. Like I was struggling to pay attention to this movie. And it's too long. This should have been an hour 20 movie at tops, an hour 20 minutes. And the humor, it didn't land with me. I don't know. I didn't find anything funny. And I kept waiting for monsters to like come out of the woods, or like I kept wanting something to come out. Like they give us a little, a couple of monsters, but like get them out in the daylight, like bring them out of the woods, like showcase that. I don't know. And it's not really horror. Like it's just a silly movie with some kills. So it just wasn't my thing at all. And I wrote down a 3, so I'm going to stick with the 3, but
I think he's thinking it's a 2.
I mean, 2, hard 3.
It's a little bit, it's better than the Oregonian. So there, it has that.
Is that still the bottom of the barrel? I thought we went below that.
I don't know.
Some of those Easter movies were fucking terrible.
That one scarred me.
Yeah. Who's up next,
all
John?
Right. I'll take it. This is Jason's right. I have the same sentiment about Trauma. It's an acquired taste, but I genuinely enjoy some Trauma stuff. Like I think Mother's Day is their best film.
Great. Yep.
It plays out as a great serious slasher. The original Class of Nukem High and Surf Nazis Must Die. That was surprisingly cool.
Never seen.
I always dug. Oh, it's neat. I always dug the artwork. Yeah, anyways,
the artwork is the best thing about Surf Nazis. I've tried to get into that one. I don't, that's one of the only ones I don't like for whatever reason. I don't like that one, and I don't like Kabuki Man. Those are the two I can't do.
I don't give a shit about Kabuki Man.
they love to shove him.
I never wanted to.
They even put him in one of the Toxic Avenger movies. I mean, if I can just love to shove him in there.
The evil version was pretty cool.
I don't know, man. It's like dad jokes and like.
Yeah, no thanks. I'm good. I love how all the bad guys were just basically red shirts and stormtroopers because they couldn't hit the broadside of a barn, and like it was super funny. Like this was one of those ones I dug it, but not to the same level as Frank.
Yeah, not many.
This is my first time seeing it. It was enjoyable. I really liked the special effects. Lots of good bullet hits and things like that. Like copious amounts of bullet hits. It is crazy.
Yeah, the kill count's like 650 something. I mean,
yeah, it's crazy. But I like the conjoined twins. I did like that. That was funny. I like what I put in here. Lydia, come on. Gets a boost, then a flip. Old lady kicking ass.
Yeah. Which that old lady played Melvin's mom in the second and the third Toxic Avenger movies. So she's been around. Like a lot of the people have been. I mean, they use the same people. So
yeah. The humor was cool. A lot of Trauma's humor, or what they think is humor, gets on my fucking nerves. And this was one of those things where it's like, all right, this is just below a parody. You know what I'm saying? Like it is a parody, but I mean, like far as like, I don't like the scary movies.
Like the comedy that I like that they did in this, the blind girl falling in love with that.
Oh, hilarious!
And that character in general, that fat dude, when he runs, when he's like, it's time for you. He's like, he does his whole ramp up and he goes and jumps in the truck and like saves the day. I fucking love that shit. It's great.
That was, what was his name? Cooney, right?
Yeah, something like that.
I liked his dance at the end. That was funny as hell. Like this was a comedy with tons and tons and tons of action. So I really had fun with this one. I gave it a 6.
Nice.
I gave it a 6. It was I don't need to watch it again, but
You will.
Nah. Not if I don't have to.
Yeah, I had to.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have bailed. You bailed on Poultrygeist. You could have jumped the boat.
Poltergeist was awesome.
It wasn't a complete bail.
I'm telling you, man, you bailed at
I
the
saw
wrong
enough.
time. You should have watched the last half
Fair
of it.
enough. It didn't get better.
Yes, it did. You stopped
No,
right
it
before
didn't.
the crazy massacre at the end and all the tits and
The effects are
blood
really
and
good at
the
on
crazy.
I saw
guns.
it all. I saw it.
You saw all the musical part. They stopped fucking
did.
singing after that.
And it was a time crunch thing. It wasn't just like
Yeah,
I shut it off and refused. I ran out of time. Couldn't finish it.
it's true.
Darn.
You'll finish it someday.
Yeah.
Rob, what did you think about this?
I give the movie a solid A. It's everything that I like. You know, it's serious, goofy fun. Lots of explosions, blood, gore. You know, decent special effects for its budget, like when the car runs over that dude's legs, and surprising amount of explosions. And then when that dude does the sacrifice at the end, the one thing I noticed is before the truck launches into the air, and before the truck hits the boat or anything, the boat explodes first, and then the truck. And I was like, "Whoops!" But it's a trauma film, so it's instantly forgivable. You know?
Yeah, you can't reshoot that.
No,
Yeah,
one shot of that.
You had one thing.
One
You
shot.
can't even put it in reverse because of the explosion. So it's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah. There
can't
was some
even
problems.
reshoot that.
I mean, of course, there's problems. It's trauma. I don't know. I always like stuff that's on an island too. So like it definitely felt like a version of Lost that I could watch.
Yeah.
Because I can't watch that show. I've
Yeah,
tried.
it was funny. It definitely had its moments.
Yeah. Let's move into 2006 for Dark Ride. A group of 6 friends on a road trip stop off at an amusement park attraction named Dark Ride, unaware that a psychopath who brutally murdered 2 girls has just escaped a mental institution and is seeking refuge there. Directed by Craig Singer, written by Robert Dean Klein and Craig Singer. Jason, do you have information?
Tagline: The Last Ride You'll Ever Take. Distributed by Lionsgate and on DVD through Artisan and Lionsgate through the After Dark Horror Fest line. I don't know. I didn't write down the date. This was straight to video though, right? These were all
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
so whatever year the movie was probably the release.
these movies were a big thing back in that
Or probably
time period.
went through the festivals, maybe.
I think I've only seen a handful of them. I don't know how many they put out, but this is the best one I've seen from that series. And the worst one I've seen is Grave Dancers. So no, actually, there was one about minor kids, I believe, like minors, like ghost minor kids or kids that died in a mine. I don't know.
It was Borderlands or Borderlands?
Oh, I like that one. Was that in the series?
That was a good one. I don't know if
That was brutal.
Yeah,
that
that
was
was
good.
that was in this series, I
like
believe.
that. Yeah. So you got a couple cast highlights here. Jamie Lynn Sigler as Kathy. She was in Sopranos, Ugly Betty, etc., etc. And Patrick Renna from The Sandlot as Bill. He was also in Son-in-Law, The Big Green. He's the redheaded kid that everybody wears on their t-shirts. I like him though. I'm always like when he pops up and stuff. It's entertaining as hell. There's a lot of stuff I like about this movie. The crazy guy at the gas station. Who doesn't love a nut job at a gas station? That guy is fun. I don't know what he doesn't have anything. It's just a weirdo. It's not related to anything else. There's a lot of great gore and brutal death scenes. Just to think how long it would take, what it would really take to stab somebody all the way through their torso with a flashlight. That's pretty crazy.
That's like Michael Myers level strength.
Yeah. Fucking hated the hitchhiker bitch. I did not like her at all. Maybe it's just me, but I sort of was on board with the rest of the cast, but then they pick her up, and
What year did this come out?
this came out in
06.
2006.
And what year did House of a Thousand Corpses come out?
Probably around the same time, I would assume.
Yeah.
Because I mean, now that I think about it, like this is pretty, because she's very much like Baby,
Yeah.
and I mean, they had the horror carnival ride thing. Like,
that's
they both
true.
had that.
Yeah.
Huh? What is that? What is that noise?
I hear that too.
I think it's Frank.
Someone's thing is going
Oh.
making a real low noise. Oh, whatever.
Go
All
on,
right, back
go
on track.
go on.
I don't know. But anyways, I hate that annoying twit of a character. She does this whole diatribe about music and whatever the fuck, and I'm immediately like 10% less interested in what happens to these people. I'm like, I just don't even care a little bit. But I love the setting of it. I think it's a great way to get people into a haunted attraction thing. I like the lore. I like the gimmick, even though the killer kind of reminds me of like what is that? The Hills Run Red, Babyface.
Yeah.
And kind of what was another one that I was comparing it to? Valentine, like a mix of those two characters. But yeah, I like this a lot. I don't know what exactly would cause the one first dude that dies, Steve. His eyes turned milky and white, right? I don't know what would have caused that, you know. It was just the thing that caught me off guard. I was like, huh, that's weird. Maybe make them blood red or something. I don't know what would cause, aside from contacts or cataracts, what the fuck, you know, causes white eyes. One of the most memorable moments in this movie is when the annoying hitchhiker gets beheaded while the douchebag character is getting a blowjob from her. I'm just amazed because she was either so good at giving a blowjob or so bad at giving a blowjob that he didn't notice any marked difference in her performance as she was being decapitated. Regardless, if
He was on mushrooms, yeah, you gotta give him a break.
Oh, that's right.
Who knows where he was at?
even if, you know, things would have went well for that dude, he would have had like an eternity of therapy for shooting a load into a severed head, right? Like
he did. Yeah, he did.
he finished for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he said, "Give me a kiss."
Yeah.
Like, what?
Uh-huh. Yep.
What?
It was
That shit was so funny.
yeah, but there's a lot of brutal stuff, you know, that kill. There's a moment where this dude throws a whole ass woman at a wall. A whole ass woman, just fucking, you know, an adult woman. And then he splits that security guard's head. That shit was fucking stellar. I love how they like the little details on that, because they had his like lip twitch a little bit, and then his eye filled with blood, and then the skull split. That was a lot of thought put into that. This movie's a solid 8. I mean, they're not breaking any new ground. If they would have done some stuff that was like, wow, you know, like never seen that shit before, it would have been a 10 for sure. But you know, Patrick Renna is great. I say they should have kept doing these movies. I don't think I mean, they're not going to go back to this well, but they could have had a franchise.
Well, like a Dark Ride Part 2 with different people.
Patrick Renna's still alive at the end of this, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's the new killer.
Okay.
You know.
Oh, okay.
Oh, or they could just bring the old guy back. I mean, because for all we know, he's like Jason and can't be killed.
It's true. He does break out of a straitjacket pretty fucking easy. So, I said, whole ass woman throws a whole ass woman at a wall.
The guard's like, oh, well, we're going to watch him break out of his jacket and not run away. I mean, shit, just run.
Petrified. They were petrified.
That's true.
That'd be terrifying.
They just slapped him with meat.
Be terrified and run, though.
You can't just slap a psycho with a stake and then, not be terrified when he breaks free.
The split second I saw that suit coming loose, I would have been out of there. I was like, "Yep,
Yeah,
I'm home."
All right, so yeah, so I don't know when it came out, but it's a 2000 slasher. Not the most original storyline, but it doesn't matter to me. I eat this stuff up. You just it's another psycho killer escapes, goes back. It's been played out before. Love the setting. I like haunted attractions. I like going to them. I like seeing movies in haunted attractions. I think they failed with the mask horribly. It's one of the worst masks I've ever seen on a slasher. It could have been anything in the world, and they chose that. That's a letdown. But yeah, that Patrick Renna and that is it Alex Solowitz.
Uh-huh.
I thought both of those guys were great. I liked both of the characters. Kind of a plot twist at the end. Not really. I mean, you kind of knew something.
Yeah.
Something was there. The kills were good. The effects, were solid. A little bit more effort on the killer. This could have been a great movie. It's 8 out of 10 for me as well.
Yeah, this one I remember seeing this one when it came out, and I dug it. I like it's always a surprise to see Patrick Renna in a role. I just dug him in the Sandlot. He was funny as hell, and then he just was pretty cool in anything he does. I'm a fan of his. It's a real solid slasher. I love that haunted attraction thing. It was totally like a turned up fun house. Lots of those vibes. It was like Halloween fun house. Lots of different influences. They didn't break any molds. Kills were brutal. Very awesome effects. I liked them a lot. I can't remember who did them. I don't remember if it was a name or not. That head pull, that looked badass. That was really cool. Like the you could see like the tendons and shit and the muscle, and it was glistening the way they had it lit and stuff. It was real impressive. I really like that one a lot. As much as I like Jamie Lynn Sigler, she got on my nerves by the end. Because how long does it take to reach for a hatchet? That was a long ass sequence.
Yeah.
Right? It was like, okay, we need some. We're in an hour 18. We need 2 minutes of filler, guys. All right. This fucking hatchet scene. Let's do it. It's like an overlong Family Guy take.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the only thing missing would have been if the killer would have been standing off to the side going, "You gonna get that axe? Are you gonna get that? You're gonna get it today?
Right. I got places to be, jerk. Let's go." I gave this one a 7. I gave this one a 7 out of 10. Cool effects, cool like indie release, under like a cool flagship label or what. I can't remember. Was Lionsgate like big at this time yet? Were they still?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
I think it was around the time that they were putting the Saw series out there.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah, so they were known. But yeah, this was a cool flick.
All right,
What do you think, Rob?
I thought it was pretty rad. Lots of brutal kills. I gave it a good solid 9. At first, it's like it was like it wasn't really very original, starting off with the kids in the van, blah 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 blah. But I did like the storyline with the starting off the twins, because the first time I saw the movie, I really didn't think that they were just gonna straight off the bat kill off 2 little girls. But yep, and brutal too. It was nasty. I was like, that's pretty surprising there. And then it's just like but it starts off kind of cliche, and then one thing I noticed that the characters they instantly transform from cliche characters into somewhat more complicated more interesting characters as it goes along, and they start doing things a little out of ordinary, like the proverbial tough guy asshole, turns into a crybaby and just starts crying and running around and just like it's kind of like the dude from Aliens. It's like game over.
It was really weird how they were like had her leave and then come back to get that guy. Like,
worst final girl
you wouldn't have
ever.
done that. You wouldn't have done that because you would have been like, he's fucked. He's fucking dead. The guy with if he almost killed me. Like you wouldn't go back with the chance that person might be still alive. I don't know, but anyways, that's an approved movie, gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
Gold. But what's up next? Let's see. Waxwork, 1988. A wax museum owner uses his horror exhibits to unleash evil on the world. Written and directed by.
Definitely your mic.
Yeah.
It's my mic.
There's a sound coming from your setup.
And now you're super loud.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're good.
I don't know what to do.
That's nothing. Just keep on reading.
Just keep going.
All right.
We're dealing. We're just letting you know what's happening.
Written and directed by Anthony Hickok, who did Waxwork 2, Lost in Time, Hellraiser 3, Hell on Earth, and Warlock Armageddon. Cast highlights. Oh, wait. Well, Jason, do you have release information on this?
I do. A tagline. Stop on by and give Afterlife a try. Distributed by Vestron on Blu-ray through Lionsgate and the Vestron line in 2016.
All right.
So is John, do you know does the Vestron Blu-ray release, is that the uncut versions?
Yep. Yes, it
there
is.
There it goes. I guess I can ask.
Exactly.
That's Rob. Are those the uncut versions?
Yes, it's uncut.
All right.
Yeah, Waxwork 2 was never cut. It wasn't ever like edited for gore or nothing. Only Waxwork 1. And it was mostly the vampire scene and the stuff at the end.
And the werewolf.
Lots of shit. And the werewolf scene. That's right too. That I forgot about that one. Yeah.
Now I didn't watch it on anything. I watched it on my own Blu-ray, so I don't know if the version you guys watched was cut or uncut or not.
Yeah, my DVD. So I have that, just the DVD version. It says rated R on it. So does yours say rated R or uncut or?
Oh yeah, mine's uncut. I got the Blu-ray. I bought it specifically because it was the uncut version.
I mean, what's it say on the back? Like not rated or what?
Unrated.
Yes, it says unrated.
Unrated.
All right, guys. Yeah, I rushed the rated R version, but from what I saw, and maybe that was wrong even, but it was only like an 8-second difference. But maybe
it wasn't much. It was just extended effects, really.
Yep.
It was really just extended effect scenes. But where the cuts really hurt is the vampire scene. It's so choppy when it's cut, but then when it's, you know what I mean, like the way it cuts away from the gore in the R cut, it's super quick.
Okay.
It's real.
That's
choppy.
the one thing I read.
That
feast scene was like a lot more bloody and gross.
That was more or less the same.
Well, that's what the internet said, John.
Oh, it must be true.
There's a lot of cast highlights for this movie. You've got Zach Galligan as Mark, who you'll know him from the Gremlins films. And then you have, I'm gonna struggle with this name. Mihaly Michu Mizaros.
Nailed it.
He plays Hans. You've seen this guy. Yeah, the little guy. He was in Freaked. Have you ever seen Freaked? He was in Big Top Pee-wee. And he played Alf in 10 episodes.
Yep.
Nice.
TV show. There's another guy that was in Freaked too in this movie, Joe Baker. He plays the butler Jenkins. He played Professor
tall dude.
Professor Nigel Crump in Freaked. Have you guys seen that movie? The Alex Winter movie?
No.
Oh, it's fucking great, man.
It's
hilarious. Do you like Bill and Ted? Do you like Alex Winter?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Keanu's in it as uncredited as a Wolfman.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I definitely need to
Dog
see
Boy,
it.
I guess they call him. But it's got Mr. T in it. Give
the more
Bobcat
you know.
Goldthwait. It's
Is it
fucking
Randy Quaid in it?
yeah. He's
Yep.
awesome in it. It's great. Great. This film also has David Warner as the Waxwork Man. He's in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze. He's also in Tron and The Lost World, all kinds of shit.
Time
You've seen
Bandits.
it. Yeah,
Secret
Time
of the
Bandits.
Ooze, that's a great movie.
Yeah, it is.
1 and 2.
Mhm.
The Omen.
3 can suck it.
I still like 3.
What, Ninja Turtles?
I'll stand by 3. I don't care. I was a kid. It was
That's
fun.
the time traveling one, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck Ninja Turtles.
That didn't
3. That
even
movie's
feel like
terrible.
that didn't even feel like
It's fun to me, man.
Yeah.
I like rainbows of all different colors.
The first one is so freaking dark. It's
Mm.
Man, I
Damn! Raphael's always damning.
yeah.
Damn!
Yes. What is angry?
Damn!
Anyway,
But you got Jonathan Rhys Davies in this movie. He plays a werewolf. Kane Hodder is uncredited as Frankenstein's monster. He also did a lot of stunt work on this movie. And you may also remember the character James, who's played by Eric Brown. If you've ever watched early episodes of Mama's Family, anybody?
Mm-hmm.
You remember Venton had a son named Buzz? Before in
Oh,
the
wow.
pre-Bubba
Hmm.
years, there was Buzz.
Wow.
He's in this movie.
Oh.
I really liked there's sort of a
Mama's
sense of humor
Family.
about this, like a dark sense of humor a little bit. It's weird. I like the chemistry amongst this group of asshole kids. I don't really at the beginning I was like, what the fuck is going on? But I was down for whatever was going to happen. I've never seen this before.
Ooh.
And
Nice.
I got to say it's a really unique way to do like an anthology sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And they kill it in every segment. The werewolf looks badass. You don't think so?
No.
I thought it looked great. I thought the vampire segment was awesome.
I thought the vampire, it was maybe a little bit more blood might help it, but I don't think so. I don't know.
I just thought they
I was
killed
let
it in
down.
every segment. In every segment, the music was great. I thought it was sleazy, crying guitar, like late night Skinamax shit. During the vampire segment, though, I think that if I were to run across a guy who is chained to a table and his leg is visibly eaten away to the bone, I would probably believe whatever the fuck he tells me about vampires. I'm just saying. Like, wouldn't you? I was certainly wouldn't go, sir, I don't know what world you fucking live in. But I liked, and I liked the whole vampire thing. Even the part that I started to judge it, where I was like, that's lame. She's made a crucifix out of 2 knives. When she presses those knives into the vampire's head and it blows up and splatters all over, I was like, fuck, that was cool. You took the, I was about to say some shit about that. And it was,
that won't work.
I was like, 2 knives?
Girl.
Bullshit. And, there we go. But, is it just me or does Zach Galligan kind of suck without Gizmo? Is it me? Or does he suck? Because this was 4 years after Gremlins, and he's pretty fucking bad in this. Like his line delivery, especially when he's talking to that girl, they have a whole fucking thing that I really tried to find the clip of it. Like when they're just having a romantic discussion, it's so fucking awkward and heavy-handed. I don't know.
You don't have a clip ready to go?
I don't. I couldn't find
Come
that. That's the
on.
only clip I wanted was them talking with each other because it was so fucking awkward. And all I could think is like, did he just get drastically worse, or maybe, maybe it's the directing or something. Maybe
It's probably the director.
maybe Joe Dante's just real good at directing, and then
Yeah, maybe.
Zach Galligan just sucks, But yeah, I thought they did great with every genre, especially the mummy thing, because I hate mummies. I think it's stupid, and I liked this segment. I thought it was cool, especially the way like he steps on that dude's head. It's good shit. um, when Zach Galligan takes this awkward woman with him to his godfather's place, this old dude says to them, "How about a whiskey or something stronger?" And all I could think of is like, what the fuck's stronger than whiskey? Grain alcohol? Heroin? What is he talking about? Whiskey is probably, one of the strongest things you could give somebody. Yeah. Okay, but the one segment I didn't like in this was the Marquis de Sade part. I thought that was totally disconnected, and I wish they would have did something different, like a different horror themed thing. I just fucking hate this era of bullshit, puffy wigs, pompous asinine bullshit. And I'll tell you what, if I was trying to save my wife from a fantasy S&M scenario and she wanted to stay, fucking see you later, you kinky bitch. I'm leaving you in the waxwork. See, I figured it out. I'm out. I'm out. She's like, no, I want to stay. Fucking stay, bitch.
All right, later.
You fucking weirdo.
Till death do us part. Here you go.
You went and started a fight with your wife after this, didn't you?
No.
Yeah, just pissed you off.
Kinky bitch. You know what? If it was
you would stay, would you? You would fucking
you.
stay.
I'll fucking leave you in the waxwork.
You like the whips, don't you? Oh, I came. Oh. But the end of this movie is just a night at the museum style romp, filled to the brim with like great fight sounds, plenty of biffs and boffs. It's fun all around when you get to see all these characters mix it up. The fucking vampire turns into a bat, and a guy grabs it and shoots it with a gun.
Make my day.
Make my day. And I'll tell you what, when that happened, it made up for the whole Marquis de Sade segment. I was like, fucking whatever points I took away, you get them back. Come on back around. I give this fucking thing a 10. I've never seen it. I loved it. It's one of my favorite anthologies now, and it's a monster mashup that was great. What can you say?
Yeah, so I've had this movie for a while, but I've never gotten around to seeing it. So this is my first time as well.
Oh wow!
And I actually thought this was more of a serious movie. I don't know why. I guess just assumption, but I thought this was more of a serious movie. So the comedy side it caught me off guard. But I'm with you. The acting is pretty bad. The werewolf, I think that's the best part of the movie. But I like how they kind of cover all the classic horror monsters. Bloodier than I was expecting. I guess again, I thought maybe this was just an older serious movie. Decent practical effects, and honestly, the best looking thing of all was the zombie movies. Like they looked great. I liked how it was black. It went black and white. They should have just made a whole movie like that. Like the zombies were great, and they were only in there for a little bit.
Yeah, by the way, that was the one thing that I thought was fucking weird was that they kind of make this premise about there's 18 different bad, evil people, and each section does have like a leader bad guy, except for that one. Who's the fucking bad guy in the zombie sequence? Like, is it just the zombies? They're one.
The zombie. Yeah,
the one that had the glasses. Isn't that was like, hey, I gotta get those for my collection? And he goes in and he becomes the last guy, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, the glasses from Nutty Zombies from Hell. He called it Nutty Zombies from Hell.
I really like the concept of it all. I just didn't quite have the payoff that I was hoping for. I have 6 wrote down, but I think it's a 7. I think it deserves a 7.
Rob?
This is one I grew up on. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I am in my own world. Go ahead, John.
I am. Rob, did you want to go first? I'm sorry.
Go for it, man.
All right. All right, cool. I grew up on this one. I always remember passing it by on the video store shelf. It had a big box with the faces, all those creepy ass faces,
Yep.
but it was a big VHS box, It always creeped me out. I always liked the little guy. I was like, the little guy's so cute. I love his little voice. He's so cute, right? I dig it. He's so cool. I honestly wish China would have lived until the end because she was the most badass chick in this movie. Like she was supreme. Like dig it or fuck off, right? Like that she was a badass woman. Like I liked her a lot. And so what if she slept around? She's earned it. She's badass. Take it. David Warner, great. He's one of my favorite actors. David Warner, I like him a lot. Anything he's in, it automatically gets better when he's in it. I remember having a crush on Deborah Foreman in this movie. She was Zach Galligan's girl at the end. Patrick McNee, love him to death, especially as he got older. He's like a huggable grandpa. He always plays nice, no matter if he's a villain or not. I like when he comes on. He comes right. He knocks at the door. He's like, "Go, have a seat." I am, and then he motorizes his wheelchair. Yeah. He moves it out. Like the humor in this is real funny because the director Anthony Hickox. Hickox? I don't remember. Anyway. All right, whatever. And he was the Marquis de Sade's like dude, the blonde guy.
Oh, the prince guy they kept talking.
Yeah,
about?
the king or the prince. He always called whoever your highness is like that. That's him. I remember I watched all the extras before because I've had this for a little while, and there was like a really lengthy documentary about the making of this stuff and with like some new interviews with the cast and crew and all that kind of stuff. It was really awesome. I love the vampire scene. The humor in that is hilarious. Like the little jabs with the rat and stuff. Mm-hmm. He's like, "Oh, thank you." It gets a little bit silly. I also dug the mummy scene. That was one of my favorites. As growing up, always one of my favorite scenes. And another thing, I saw this when I was still like kind of scared of scary movies, but the comedy disarmed me. So I was like, oh, all right, it's not terribly scary. Because I remember the dude that got bit by the werewolf. Just like in Silver Bullet.
He's reliving a moment here.
Yeah, just like in Silver Bullet, like when it's like the white eyes and they're fake on like a super dark surface, it makes them look weird. The eyes are weird sometimes. Like it just creeps me out. And that dude always used to creep me out because he was killed mid-transformation, So it was like his skin was turning like that dark brown, and then his eyes were like unnaturally white and everything, and it was just the composition. Used to freak me the fuck out.
It had an effect on you.
Yeah, it was really good. Sorry,
Frank, you alive over there?
Yeah, man, I'm just
rambling
listening.
On.
I'm just listening, man.
Yeah, it's an anthology. It's an anthology without being in a true anthology. Maybe it's a free-flowing anthology. We'll call it that. Great premise. You know what? Were there two Frankenstein monsters? Because there was the one that was the bald with some of the hair, right? But then there was one dressed in a sack. Like
I don't remember seeing Kane Hodder. I know that.
He was the mummy, I believe.
Oh, I thought you said he was Frankenstein.
I thought he was
Frankenstein's monster.
Maybe. Oh no, yeah, that's right.
Huh. I didn't pick up on it.
Or maybe
the Frankenstein didn't really. The Frankenstein didn't really look like Frankenstein. I didn't think it was. I mean, it was
right. You could tell what it was. Though.
It was. He was carrying somebody or like a body or something at one point. I don't know.
Right, and then there was another one. He was standing on the top of stone steps, over a body.
Mm.
He was dressed in like a sack or something, and his skin was maybe it was a golem. The golem, like in the story. I don't know though. I have no idea what that thing was.
Things get
Me
messy.
and Bright didn't read it.
Yeah. This is a 10. This is childhood for me. I love everything about it. Every odd bit I love. It doesn't drag for me. Great. I like the acting personally. I know it was bad, but it's just like I dig it. For some reason, it just works for this movie and part 2. Just wait. But yeah, it's a 10. I love this movie. I don't need an excuse to watch it.
You will watch that one again.
Oh, hell yeah. Many times.
All right, Rob, what do you say?
That's one of my all-time favorite movies. I've obsessively watched the movie over and over again. And then when I found out that they had an uncut Blu-ray, I went out and bought it, even though I've seen it a million times already, because I had only had the VHS, and it was all worn out and blurry and stuff. But yeah, fantastic film. Lots of great comedy, lots of great gore effects, action-packed. My favorite part of the vampire sequence, the dude, every time someone kept accidentally touching his leg, and he'd go, ah! I kind of mimicked that scene in Slashers Gone Wild with Rob the Slasher stabbing that girl in the leg. That was my homage to that scene. But it was like that was just like lots of really great, fantastic gore effects. One of the effects that got cut out of the R-rated version was part of the mummy head crushing. When that part of that got taken out. And then in the werewolf scene, a lot of the gore effects, like the dude getting ripped in half, that was greatly reduced, if not completely taken out.
Yeah.
And I liked how a lot of times when the ending of the sequence, like when that one guy got bit by the werewolf, then he started transforming. He transformed just enough that you couldn't recognize him, and then boom, part of the exhibit. I liked how it kind of camouflaged the people into the exhibits, like one person that got ate by the plant, in the Little Shop of Horror sequence. It's just like,
that was awesome.
Yeah, what item did they collect from him? Like a piece of the stem? Like, you gotta suspend disbelief. This like, I mean, come on, wax things come to life. It's like, what is it? Vincent Price's House of Wax.
That's the thing. I always thought that.
Way up.
I think that's the reason I never watched this, is because I thought it was that. So it was always like. But I did find. Okay. I did happen to find. I'm gonna play the audio of that fucking conversation that I was talking to you about between Billy, whatever his fucking name is, Mike.
Billy.
What's his name?
Zach Galligan.
Yeah. Okay. This is him and that girl.
And Mark. His name's Mark.
Mm-hmm.
Bye, Billy.
I would invite you in, but it's late.
That's okay.
This one.
And they're gonna kiss. I know you guys can't see this, but oh no.
No, Mark.
Why not?
I don't know. I really like you, and I think you're very attractive.
Come on.
No, I'm serious. It's just, I don't know.
It's her, not him.
I'm looking for something else.
Fucking get it over
She's
with.
looking to get beat.
What? Nothing.
Hey.
She's got a gimp outfit in her
It's
house.
okay. It's all right.
Yeah.
Now go get some sleep.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Come
Get out of
Come on,
here.
get outta here.
Give her one of those.
Get out of here, scream.
Get out of here.
Thank you.
Yeah. Dumb.
Don't worry about it. Go, you're fine. Go.
Go on, get out of here. Get out of here.
Get out of here, Summer. Get out of here.
Okay. So, Rob, you said you gave it that, what, a 9, you said, Rob?
That to me, that was a perfect 10. I'll never
Oh,
get
10.
to that movie.
It's
Yeah.
approved.
All right, man.
Okay, so John and Rob, then, since they both have the double features, I've never seen part 2 either.
It's fun.
Yep.
Is it comparable?
Same director.
Yep.
Is it on the same level?
Yes, but okay, so check this out. It's about traveling. Obviously, it's called, Lost in Time. It's time
Right.
traveling, but instead it's like time traveling into different dimensions. That is like the different dimension is the waxwork. You know what I'm
gotcha.
saying? It's
Well-
it's still anthology like this one.
Is it
Except
still,
it's-
if I
is it
remember
still a
right,
house? Is it still like a
No.
house? No.
Nope. No, it's different. Like basically a trip, right, Rob, through different horror movies.
Yep.
Like there's an homage to Alien. There's an homage to Frankenstein. Yeah, he shows up in Frankenstein. There's an homage to The Haunting. Because
Yep.
that's the scene. That's my favorite part. That actually creeped me out when I was a kid.
Is Bruce Campbell in
Yes, he's
Yes.
in the black and white scene. The
I thought.
one I was just talking about, The Haunting. It's really fun.
So what I was getting to, I think this is only like $17 on Amazon. So I think
It's
this
worth a
might
buy.
I think it's just from hearing you guys describe the uncut, and then if
Oh,
two's good as
and
well, 17.
The main
I'll buy
villain
that.
is the blonde dude from Die Hard. That guy, the
What?
badass blonde guy from Die Hard. The long blonde. Remember, he was the
Okay.
ex-husband in Money
I don't
Pit.
remember.
Remember?
The ex-husband in Money Pit. I love that description.
I love
Uh,
I love that comedy. That movie's hilarious.
I like Money Pit.
I like Money. Yeah, Money Pit is.
That movie's fucking hilarious.
I don't remember
dude.
or have a clue who you're talking about.
You know what else
but-
is good? And everybody gives me shit. Captain Ron, man, watch it. It's good. It's good.
Fuck yeah, that movie's funny. All right, we're getting a boat. A kid, man.
I've seen it too many times. That's one of Ann's favorites.
It's a goodie.
It is.
Let's go into 2020. Great year all around, and The Dark and the Wicked came out. On a secluded farm in a nondescript rural town, a man is slowly dying. His family gathers to mourn, and soon a darkness grows, marked by waking nightmares and a growing sense that something evil is taking over the family. Written and directed by Brian Bertino, who did The Strangers and The Monster, which we've reviewed that one in the past. Jason, do you have details?
Tagline: She told you not to come.
Listen to her.
Distributed by RLJE Films and out on Blu-ray through Image Entertainment 2020.
So listen to your mother. Anyways, from the beginning, I knew I was not going to dig this movie. It's just like it wasn't as slow burn as I thought it was going to be. There's shit that happens, but man, it's just, to me, it seemed like a series of huckleberry conversations about depressing life events surrounding a potential demon possession. Like there's stuff that happens, but
I feel like these kind of movies are my trauma movies to you,
these are my,
if that made sense.
what did I
ya.
describe them as?
I know what you're talking about.
They are my black jelly bean of horror. Some
Okay.
people love these things, and
So
they're not
that's
for
the same-
me.
Yeah, that's the same way I feel about
Because
trauma.
as the movie
There it
poster says, a haunting masterpiece. For some people, yes. For me, a boring, slow burn, stay awake challenge. That's what this was. I fell asleep so many times just trying to watch this. Just fucking shit. What is going on? Nothing.
That's when you know it's a good movie, when Frank is having these difficulties getting through it.
Oh, give me something.
There,
I mean, holy shit.
That's just
This
a
movie
good sign
is
that it's a
this
good
movie is a brother and a sister that don't get along. Who the fuck cares? Is the dude haunted? Is he fucking possessed? Poke him with a stick. See what's you know?
With
This whole goddamn movie could have been avoided if they would have talked to each other about what was going on. If the mom would have said, at the beginning. Listen, there's a fucking demon here. Get the hell away. I'm telling you, your dad is not your dad. Shit is fucked up. You'll see. I'll cut my fingers off and hang myself in the barn. You'll fucking see. And then you know what you do? You stay around. I mean,
sounds great.
I just think they could have filled this hour and 40 minutes up with more devil stuff or creepy supernatural content instead of snarky arguments between these brother and sister. I did not like it. I think a better name for this movie would have been Casual Conversations About Alleged Possession, because I mean there's shit that happens. But come
there
on,
it is.
Man.
We're making it copyright. We're making
this is the bastard cousin of a suspense movie and a demon possession film. It is not for me. If you like art house horror, go ahead. You'll like it. If you the artwork looks good, I like the poster. Buy the poster. That's all I can say. I just think it's so annoying that everything's an illusion of the devil. It's not. It's either a possession or it's not. You know, get down to it. I felt like it was a worse version of Color Out of Space, but with demons instead of aliens. I gave it a 4 out of 10. That's just because it's an apt film. I mean, it's well done. It's put together nice. It's like, not everybody likes pineapple on their pizza. Whatever.
This is very well done. Just about everything about it, in my opinion. I liked it a lot. It's a little slow, but I'll take that slow to get the dark and the creepy moments this movie has. The atmosphere is thick as it can be. I thought the acting was great. What music there is, I thought the music was very effective in this movie. I would say, like in every category, as far as like storyline, acting, atmosphere, however many categories you want to break it down, it hits about 8 across the board in those. So that's what I give this. I recommend it. I give it an 8.
Well, what else you want to do for them? Bake them a pie?
Go for it, Rob.
This movie is like, when I was watching it, I was thinking this is kind of like similar to The Conjuring, except with some more really super annoying characters. Like the main lady, I couldn't stand her. I mean, I was like, the entire thing was her fault. You know, she dragged her poor ass brother to this fucking house against her mother's wishes. Her mother said, "Look, I don't want to hang out. You know, just stay away from me." You know, if my parents said that to me, I'd be like, "Okay, yeah, cool. You know, I'll go do something else." You know, but no, here she comes, dragging him over there, and now all this stuff happens. And then, why did they say after the mother hung herself? I mean, come on. That's just like, okay, chop off the movie.
You gotta have a movie.
Hell out of here.
You immediately make a move when your mom hangs herself after severing her finger and chopping it to bits. The day that happens, you start making plans to move your father into a rest home.
Yep.
I don't know what the problem is. It's all easy, you know. Of course, the demons follow that dude, though. So who knows? Yeah.
And remember, like, he was so frail, they couldn't even move him. Mm-hmm. The doctor wouldn't even take him. He said he'd die by but before they reached the highway.
Yeah. So put a pillow over his head. You know,
take him out.
Fuck.
Take him.
They could have called they could have called a nurse or something like that, or
unplug his nose thing.
He had a nurse.
Dr. Kevorkian.
Just take his hair out. That's all. You don't have to do much. Dude's already
Michael
dead.
Jackson's doctor. I don't know his name.
Hey.
Michael Jackson doesn't have a doctor anymore.
The dark.
He killed the king.
He's dead too, though, isn't he? Didn't he die?
I think he did pass away. Actually,
did he die?
Well,
yeah.
Get what you get, I guess. I don't know.
They keep the secret.
Wrote himself a prescription. Oh God!
Rob Ghost came back and got him.
Rob, where were you at? Did you score it? Rate it?
I gave this one a 6 only because of the gore effects, and there was some decent jump scares in it, but it's like one of those one-time watcher movies. Like, I'll watch it once and then I'll never watch it again.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't buy this movie necessarily. I mean, I come across it cheap, yeah, I'll pick it up, but one time watch for sure.
This was actually my second time watching it. I checked it out on my own, yeah, pretty much after right when it came out because I thought it looked interesting.
Let me add that too. I didn't rewatch this. I watched it when it came out. Or was it on Shudder or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but yeah, it's been a couple months since I watched this, but I went off what I can remember.
Okay.
Maybe it sucks. I don't know. Maybe I go back and watch it again and go, yep, they were right. This is a 4. I don't know.
I agree about the atmosphere. I really liked it. I like the isolated farm. That finger cutting scene was bad enough with the when she cuts it off, but when she chops it up, I was like,
yep.
That was an effective scene.
Moments. Yep.
Yeah, that was a messed up scene. I love slow burns if the payoff is good. The payoff
never
sucks.
worth it. It's never worth it.
The payoff
it's never worth it because you only live once. If you want to just give me 15 minutes, motherfucker. Give me the end. Everything else is masturbation to me. It really is. It's like, yeah. Oh yeah, you got a relationship. Cool. That's a boo. Your relationship sucks. I don't give a fuck. Give me the end.
Wikipedia. Wiki
yeah,
it.
just wiki it.
Wikipedia is the best thing ever.
The scene, Michael's final scene, the brother, his final scene. Holy shit, that was a tough scene.
Yeah.
Walks home to see his wife and kids dead she killed them and then cut her own throat, and then he kills himself, and it was all just an illusion. Like that was
trickery of the devil. Everything.
Yeah. I would like to have known a little bit more of how that happened, but the payoff that scene was fine with me, like because that was a heart-wrenching scene. That was messed up, but her just getting her throat ripped out, assumedly by that guy. Spoiler alert, but you can probably turn it off after homeboy kills himself because it ain't worth it after that. That was such a weak ass ending. I felt like if anything,
I don't even remember it.
She could have hung herself in the barn like her mom, or that would have been trite, but better. At least going in the theme of things.
That's the
and then maybe the dad stand at the door.
It's like every death's a suicide. Season. I don't like that.
Yeah,
make it. It's the fucking devil. Make him kill somebody.
The spirit was the whole point of the spirit was to break him down. That was the whole point of all this, was just to fuck with them and break them down and see how far they can go.
Simple change.
A poltergeist and had like tentacles come out of the wall and get her or something. I don't know.
Just simple change. Make that priest, that door-to-door priest, make him fucking kill some people in a brutal way. That's all I want. He's the devil. He can eat their fucking asshole. Who cares? You can show me whatever you want. Just show me something and don't make everything an illusion and that leads to suicide. Anyways, John, continue. I'm a bummer to everybody.
It's not a trauma movie. It's all right. You don't like it.
You know I like more than trauma. Look what I got behind me. I got like quality stuff too. But this is not for me, man. I would rather listen to my grandma fucking tell me, my grandma's dead, so
definitely, yeah.
It would be even creepier if she did. But talk about yarn for an hour. I mean,
that's definitely better.
No, like just to, like listen to two people argue about why they didn't talk to what's up with mom. I mean,
what's up with mom?
What's up with mom?
What's going on?
She looks like shit. Yeah, dad sucks too. Yeah, I mean, that's the whole movie. I think there's a demon. Mm-hmm. Maybe there might be.
Yeah, I would like to have known how that all happened. I think the mom summoned him. That was like the subtext I was getting, or subplot I was picking up on. But like I said, it's cool until the very ending, the last thing you see, and it's just so weak. It's like how Sinister ends with that cheap ass jump scare when they fucking already had enough. It was just stupid. It was dumb. I felt like it made no sense for the film.
They tried.
Did you rate it?
Oh, it's a 6. It was a 6 because everything up until then was sweet. Like on Yellow Brick Road, everything up until then was to the very end was sweet. I dug it. I couldn't wait to see how it ended, and then it was just like, there it is. There it is.
There it is.
There it is.
Rain all the time.
So what's up for next month, guys?
We already told you.
Yeah, we talked about it. Not on the show though.
You blew me up asking for it.
Yeah.
I don't think I sent it to you, did I?
No, we just discussed it beforehand.
All right.
I have picked Tetsuo the Iron Man from 1989.
Yes.
John, you have picked Waxwork 2 Lost in Time. Is that what it is?
Yep. Yeah.
Well, now I gotta get it.
Well, you're not missing nothing. Waxwork 2 was always rated.
Yeah,
R.
but if I'm gonna pick it up, I gotta.
Oh yeah, it might as well have it.
Now
Yeah.
I got
It's such a bargain.
Right.
It's such a bargain.
Jason, what did you pick? Do you remember what you picked? I don't remember.
Don't panic.
Don't panic.
Don't panic.
And Rob, you picked
Galaxy of Terror.
Galaxy of Terror.
Cool.
So that's what we'll be up to next month, and we will see you guys then.
Wicked.
Awesome. See you guys. Be careful.
Guys.
Later.
See you,
Have a good night,
Jonathan.
everyone.
Later.
See ya.
Good night.